Hello there and welcome. In this lesson, I'm going to do a deep dive on how to use the Trackerbot from the start till the end. So with that said, try to stick around till the end. So make sure that you are in the website of trackerbot.me right here. And the first thing we are going to be clicking is get for free. You can get a 14 days trial, and that will do for now before we get started with the tool. So right here, you'll simply enter your email, password, repeat the password, and basically where did you hear from us? Just basically you can say the course, and now you can click on create an account right here, and then you'll be redirected to this page. So in this page, we are going to be just covering basically the eBay thing. So I'm just going to click I sell on eBay, but it's basically the same process for Amazon as well. And right here, we have basically two things that we can be working with. We have the full automatic package, which includes everything I've talked about in the previous lesson, from basically automatic messages, automatic feedback, as you can see right here, feedback reminder, auto feedback for buyers, auto messaging system, the tracking monitors, and everything else. Also, API connection to eBay, which is a very, very safe method to basically work with eBay and have this whole thing automated. But if for some reason you're afraid of using the API you can use with the non-API, I really suggest you use the automatic one. It's pretty good. You don't have to worry about anything when it comes to your account getting any flags or anything like that. So I'm just going to go with the automatic one right here. And once we have done that, we will be prompted into this page. So I'm just going to click X on this, join us on Telegram. And right here, we have complete setup to activate your free trial. Simply head to activate free trial right here. And now we have 4 simple steps that you will need to follow to basically activate the free trial, which is first of all is the seller account. So you need to connect your eBay seller account. So if I go ahead to the browser right here, I type in ebay.com, you need to be logged in into your eBay, and I'll simply click on connect eBay, and it will automatically do the process for me. It will go ahead, check that eBay is connected, and then it will prompt me to the right page. And then it will review and grant application access. So I'm just going to click agree and continue, and then I'll be prompted to connect the Amazon. Just make sure that whatever email you use for the Amazon, you are using for the basically the Trackerbot. So all you have to do is connect the Gmail, which I can click connect Gmail right here. I can use my account, and then right away I'll be good to go. So I'll click on continue. Once that is done, it will basically prompt me to download the Chrome extension, which is exactly what we are going to be using in depth for this task right here. So as you can see right here, download the Chrome extension, click on get Chrome extension. And by the way, if you get lost at any point, Trackerbot has a very good detailed video right here that will help you to follow alongside. So now right here in the Chrome, I'm just going to click add to Brave or add to Chrome. I'm going to click add extension, and then right here in the extension, I'm just going to pin this to my extensions. And as you can see right here, here is the extension. We have the Amazon checker, make sure that it is on. So basically right here, you can see that this updates the shipping status of your Amazon trackings and sync them with VD track, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Keep opened in a separate Chrome tab and make sure that it's active for every Amazon profile you have. And the way you can do it is right here. If you remember when we connected the Gmail account, later on after configuring this, you can add multiple Amazon accounts by adding multiple Gmail accounts, or by forwarding your existing Amazon account's Gmail inbox to this one right here. It just depends on your behavior, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So right here, as I said, make sure that the extension is downloaded. I'm going to close this tab right now, and we can see we can also enable for AliExpress. All you have to do is click this and it will be enabled, and you'll have to connect your AliExpress as well. So we can see that here is the Amazon account. It is actually connection status is active, which is awesome. I'm going to see also that the next button is available right now. I'm going to see that this is the email right here, and last synced is following. I'm going to click on next, and then right here where we have the conversion thing. As I explained in the previous lesson, Amazon will not give you a valid tracking number for eBay. So that's very, very important. This is one of the main reasons we are using this. So what we can do is basically use one of those options. So keep in mind, the best option is Aqualine right here, which uses 2 credits. I'm going to explain this in more depth in a little bit. But we have also VD Track, which only uses 1 credit. It's accepted by eBay, And this basically will win you item not received cases, but it will not show as delivered when the item gets delivered to the buyer, basically. But with Aqualine right here, it will show that. But BlueCare was a very old system. It's no more accepted by eBay, and it will not win you item not received cases. So in case that the buyer opens a dispute, which we have talked about in this course, it will happen eventually. It can happen to anybody. When that happens, having the right tracking number or the right tracking tool will literally make or break your business. So that's quite an important point to keep on for. So keep that in mind right here. As I said, just make sure that you are using this. It's the best. But if your budget is tight, you can use the VD track. Keep in mind that it will not show as delivered on eBay, which can be a little bit tricky, but it will win you item not received cases. So yeah, keep that in mind. So now that we have chosen the Aqualine right here, which is basically what I suggest everybody does, now what we can do, this is an optional setting that you can do, is for example, whenever you order something from Amazon, it says ship from XYZ to your location right here. So what can this do is that when converting that tracking number, instead of saying China, it might say some other location. So it's optional. You can click on it and then click add address. And then you'll be able to add the address where you're shipping that item from. And inside of that tracking number, it will show that. I'm not going to be doing that because it's an optional setting. And right here now you have from Amazon. So if your supplier is Amazon, you have a couple of options. So of course, I'm not going to do the disable. The suggested option is the first one. I'm going to be explaining it right now. So we have convert Amazon carriers to tracking Aqualine. So we can see under the help right here, it says that all trackings from orders shipped with Amazon carrier, so Amazon AMZL, Amazon Logistics, or etc., will be automatically converted by Aqualine. So what does this mean? So basically, the problem that we have with the tracking numbers is with this specific supplier, is with the Amazon carrier supplier right here. So the thing that happens is that this tracking number is not valid in eBay. Therefore, we need to convert this tracking number. But in this case, in the next case, for example, let's say that the product is shipped by something else. So any tracking coming from Amazon, regardless of the carrier. So the problem is with the carrier. So for example, let's say that that product is shipped, for example, by FedEx or USPS or UPS. It does not matter. In that case, we don't really need to convert that tracking number. It depends on your business case and so on. So I would really suggest to just go with the first option. You can save yourself some money on the credits right here, which I'm going to be explaining later on. And we can see that there is also the option for other suppliers right here. So we have other suppliers. We have convert the following trackings to Aqualine regardless of the supplier. So we have right here, you can click on this and it will enable all of those, or you can choose individually. So for example, USPS, FedEx, or so on. So it really depends if you're also using other suppliers in the first case. So that will be the case for you. So now we have here the upload settings. But before I jump into that, just remember that as I explained in the first thing, those are readable by eBay. So it's not necessary for you to enable the tracking numbers that come from UPS, USPS, FedEx will be valid in eBay. So you don't have to worry about that. And now basically the final settings, which is regarding the upload settings right here. So this one is basically kind of useless, but it might have some cases in your case. I don't know what it would be. So right here, if you remember at the start, we have chosen the conversion settings. What we can do is, for example, if you have it and disabled, you can just upload that same Amazon tracking number that you're going to receive from basically the Amazon tracking number to eBay, which is going to be ultimately useless for your business. It's not suggested because, as you can see right here, you will not win the cases. It will basically say win item not received cases. You will lose those cases because the item or the tracking number is not valid by eBay. It's not accepted by eBay anyway. And this is just basically an option that disables the tracking app to eBay. So the conversion can be active and your trackings can be converted based on the setting above. But if you disable this option, no tracking number will be uploaded from Trackerbot. So regardless if they're converted or not, they will be not uploaded. So it's like a master switch for the tracking uploader to activate slash deactivate the feature. Finally, we have to activate tracking from AliExpress. Follow this instruction. I'm going to go quickly about them. As you can see right here, the add-on, we already have the AliExpress. I can just click on this and basically it will be good to go. If you're using a different marketplace right here, you can choose that marketplace right here and change it. So for example, if you're doing from UK, if you're doing from Germany, France, Italy, and so on. It depends on your case. So right here, finally, in this PDF, we can see that you have to add AliExpress email. And just make sure that it's the same email. Download and install the Trackerbot, which we've already done that, and activate AliExpress tracking uploads, which is simply this right here button right here. So yeah, make sure that you're also logged into your basically AliExpress account and that it's logged in the same browser for it to be functioning very well. And once you have done all of that in the case of AliExpress or Amazon, finally you will hit the done button right here. And once you have done that, it's a simple, smooth sailing from here. You have basically the free trial that you can pay for $0 because obviously it's called a free trial. You'll have to enter your credit card information, debit card information, click the start free trial today, and you can cancel at any time within this period and you will not be charged. And that's about it for this in-depth lesson regarding setting up Trackerbot. I'll see you in the next one.